Becoming smart is like winning a game of chess. Incredibly easy if you make the right moves. I'll show you those moves and how you will implement them in the next 30 days. But first, what does it mean to be smart? Good grades, a lot of money, dropping some crazy facts in conversations. It can be those things, but it can also have a much deeper meaning. In essence, being smart is not just about knowing a lot, it's about how you use what you know, your curiosity to keep learning, and your ability to connect with and navigate the world around you. There are a lot of myths about intelligence, like you're born smart or you're not. Absolutely not true. Or you need expensive education to be smart. You can learn more with a YouTube video nowadays than a fancy degree. Or like caffeine and other superfoods will make you smart. Everyone's heard it. Drink coffee and eat blueberries. You'll become smart. Sure, it may improve your memory by like 1%, but will it really make you smart? No, but these 4 steps will. 1 step for each week during the next month. So make sure you stick around, because at the end of the month, you will be smarter. Step 1 is to stop watching useless content. You most likely do this way more than you realize. Just go check your screen time for today. It's way more than you thought. Whenever there's a small break in your day, it has become a habit for you to just open TikTok or Instagram or whatever and just consume the absolute brain rot they have to offer. And when you actually sit down and you want to watch something, it's rarely anything useful. Except right now, since you're watching this video, so hey, good job. But most of the time, it's some entertainment or some useless documentary about dust on your bed or something. Start to watch something actually meaningful. This doesn't mean you have to watch a history lecture on YouTube. They can still be entertaining. I'll give you a few examples. The Andrew Huberman podcast for health, Eamon Gotzi for finances, David Lade for fitness, and the Colin and Samir podcast where they interview famous creators is very interesting. But watching and listening to these is rarely enough. This is where active learning comes into play. Take notes and do real-life practices immediately after you finished watching. For example, if you watch a video about the best tips for running, go for a run immediately and implement these tips, because usually you watch a video
1 hour later
and like an hour later you have no idea what you watched. So, for the first week, you will stop watching anything that doesn't benefit. But what will I do with my time then? Step 2. Read. No one should be surprised that reading is a big part of getting smart, because you're literally getting years of knowledge in just a few pages. Now, there are millions of books to choose from. I said, there are millions of books to choose from.
But which ones are the best?
Glad you asked. You can read fiction books if you're a beginner and want to increase your reading speed and vocabulary, but the true wisdom lies in non-fiction. It's just something about reading non-fiction that makes you feel like Shakespeare or something like that. I'll give some examples of the best books from my own experience. In the world of psychology, I recommend The 84 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, The Laws of Human Nature, also by Robert Greene, and How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. These books teach you how to become powerful and gain influence. Some biography books I recommend are Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins and Elon Musk by Ashley Vance. These teach you a lot about the mindset you need. Now, under productivity and finance, read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. These are all books I personally read, and I can tell you they made me so much smarter. Try to aim for around a book a month, which is only about 10 minutes a day, so very doable for everyone. And also, don't just read because it's good to read. Try to actually remember and implement what you've learned. Taking notes is also a powerful move to remember what you read. Now, my friend, it is week 2 and you're already reading instead of scrolling on Instagram. So great to see. Step 3. Surround yourself with smart people. There's a saying that you are the sum of the 5 people you spent the most time with, and I couldn't agree with it more. If you hang around with 5 ice cream experts who only talk about ice cream and the different flavors and how to produce it the best way, you're gonna become the 6th ice cream expert. If you hang around with 5 losers who do nothing all day, you'll become the 6th. And you guessed it, if you hang around with 5 smart dudes, you're gonna become a smart dude. It's simple, really. You are who you hang around with. Just imagine the exposure to new ideas, the precise decision making, and the accountability you would get. It'd be hard to not be anything but smart. But how do I find these people? Good question. Attend some events, join online communities and forums, leverage social media, start making small talk everywhere you go. You never know who you run into. It's easier than you think, if you try. But what's more important than finding new people is letting go of the current ones. It sucks letting go of some friends you've known for a while, but hey, if they don't benefit you in any way, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, once you found these smart dudes, make sure you ask powerful questions, stay curious, and listen actively to actually gain some knowledge from them. Learning from people with knowledge from different branches expands your own knowledge so much. It's now week 3, and you are not wasting time scrolling, you're reading every day, and you hang around with winners. Feels like I'm watching my own son grow up. But let's get to step 4, the final step. Become a creator. Start creating, stop consuming. You can start creating videos on YouTube, write blogs, hell, you can write a book if you want to. The point is to start giving value and inspiring people online. When I learn something, I make a video about it, like the one you're watching right now, and making these videos makes me remember the information so much better because I write the script and I talk to you about it, so the knowledge stays in my brain so easily. So not only should you consume that knowledge in the form of books and podcasts and videos, you should also share it with others. It's also a really fulfilling feeling when you know you're helping other people grow and become better. Now my friend, we've made it to the end of the month. You look back at who you were when you started, and you almost can't believe the man you've become. Rather than consuming useless content, you read important books. Rather than hanging around with people who drag you down, you are surrounded by winners. On top of that, you are sharing your knowledge with the rest of the world. It's safe to say you have finally grown, and it's so good to see.